Good afternoon, Shireen. My name is Scott Sheppard, and firstly, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for watching my video. So what I would like to do is to share some life experience with you, talk about me for a little bit, talk about some of my experience and why I would like this opportunity to work for your amazing company. So who am I? So firstly, I am Scott Sheppard. I am 47 years old. I'm a single gay man and I live in the beautiful seaside town of St Leonards-on-Sea. And so I have 15 years experience within L&D, and that first started when I worked for British Airways. So when I was 24, I started my career with British Airways as cabin crew and stayed with them for 13 years. So it was a long time. And the last count, I got to travel to about 65 different countries. So I had this amazing opportunity where this was going to change my experience over a period of time. And so within the time working for British Airways, I met so many incredible people from different backgrounds, from different cultures, from different experiences, which really did shape me as a person. So I had the opportunity to be able to be part of their training team the last 5 years of my career within British Airways. So this was an ideal time for me to really shape people's lives that were coming into the industry and to be able to give them some of my life experience as well. And whilst I had the opportunity at British Airways, I then went on to work for East Sussex College as a learning development manager within hospitality and travel. And I stayed there for 9 years and I reshaped those departments from, which was an Ofsted grade 4, which wasn't very good, to a fabulous 2. So I started to use my experiences of what I'd done before with my own learning and development and skills that I'd attained from British Airways, but also within the educational sector, to be able to turn that around and to be able to give people my life experience at the same time. And then I went to work for Maybourne Hotel Group. So I'm sure you've heard of the iconic Claridge's, the Connaught and the Berkeley. So I worked for them for 1 year fixed term contract. So working for an iconic brand, working again with lots of different people from different nationalities in different positions. And again, it was really to shape people, to give them the opportunity and those skills to be able to develop themselves as people. Didn't matter where they were from, what country they were from, what experience they'd had, but to give them that coaching and mentoring to know that they could, just come in as a kitchen porter and work their way up to a chef and then go into different parts of the hotel. So it was about what they were, who they were, and about scaffolding their experience and bringing it to them and showing what an ideal opportunity people could have within their own lives as well. And then I went to work for Cunard, again for a 1 year fixed term contract to change their White Star Training Academy. And so when I first got on board, I'd never been on a cruise ship before. It was just incredible, the size, the shape, and that there was 1,350 crew that I was going to be responsible for. And they were from 65 different nationalities. And again, it really gave me an opportunity to think, how can we really incorporate and bring bring the inclusive side of people together? So I started up a club and I called it Culture Club, which first thing that popped into my head, but Boy George, and how amazing he was and his music. So I wanted to bring all these different cultures together. So every week we would meet and people talk about their family, where they were from, how it shaped their lives. And it really did open up people's eyes to thinking, because they were from the Philippines, what nationality or what culture, what background they were from, or where they were from in Europe or from Australia or America or anywhere in the world, and how their lives mattered to people. And so this was an ideal opportunity for people to come together and really be united as a family. And that's what I wanted. And it was about using my personality and bringing it all together. And then I went to work for Rapport Guest Services, which is a corporate guest reception service based in London. So I was with them for 2 years, recently been made redundant, but I reshaped their diversity and inclusion offer that they had. I saw that there was a real gap. They had some diversity and inclusion training that was already there, but I work closely with my G-Works and really reshaped, redesigned, bespoked their diversity and inclusion offer towards being it being so successful and rolled out and piloted that now Compass are using it globally to move forward because it was such a huge success. And so now what I'm doing, I have decided that I would like to have my own company, which I'm starting to build, but it's a slow process, as you might know as well. It doesn't happen overnight. So I would like this opportunity to work with you and to be able to work with you 4, 5, 6 times a month or whatever that might be, to be part of your team as well. I'm currently working with some associations in Atlanta, reshaping their diversity and inclusion offer. So looking at how we can change people's outlooks and unconscious bias in being able to incorporate different skill sets in that as well. My passion is to shape the lives and futures of others and really discover people's blind spots. You know, it's really come to, I suppose, to a head over since COVID as well. Of, you know, we've shown all this kindness to each other, but now we're starting to let that slip again, and you know, we're just forgetting how much passion and how much love there is in the world. So it's about being curious, and I want to shape and make people be curious. Okay, I've just started my CIPD in human resources as well, so I'm in the 3rd month of that, which has given me the great opportunity to really to blend my L&D experience with the HR side as well. So I'm really getting some insights into the people side as well, which is great, and you know, going back to study, and I really enjoy that at the same time as well. But whilst I was at Rapport, we won an award in HR in hospitality towards our contribution to the LGBT plus. So we started up an LGBT plus an allies group. So we started from the ground, worked upwards. We really did change people's lives as more of an inclusive employer, to be able to bring that and work with my G-Work as well at the same time. So the opportunity for me, which interests me to work with you, is that, you know, I've always had difficult conversations and with people, probably because of my background, and I feel that I can use that. I can use my personality. I can use my skills of emotional intelligence. I'm quite an advocate for that, of being able to start to look at, you know, how people self-regulate, how people are or not self-aware, how they're motivated, how we can use those social skills, but also most important, how can we be more empathetic towards people as well. So that's really important for me, to be able to incorporate emotional intelligence into that as well. So some of the key moments that have shaped my life, and when I think about back towards that, my father died when I was 13, and you know, being a young child, I didn't really think about unconscious bias or what people were doing, or not really thinking about what they were saying. And you know, kids can be cruel, and we know that. And as I've developed as a person, it's really shown me, and even coming out when I was 21, it was, you know, and that was 26 years ago. I'm now 47. So, and it was quite hard at that time, you know, and I've always found it easy, I suppose, compared to a lot of people. And that's to do with my mum and my family and having great people around me, but also being able to have those conversations with people, but to accept that and to understand that people have a point of view. And that's really reshaped my life, is about having those conversations with people, and being able to look at, you know, those microaggressions of people and how that shapes people and what they're saying and what they're doing, but really more about the educational side of, you know, having those conversations with people and, you know, rephrasing it in different ways and really opening people's minds up to their blind spots and really using their conscious side, because we only ever use 5% of our conscious mind. All the rest is that unconscious side. So going back to that unconscious bias, because we're on that journey of putting the tape in, press play, and we go over and over and over again because we play the same tapes every day. But if we stop and take a moment to really look at ourselves and look at those blinkers, those blind spots to ourselves, and use that conscious side of being able to, I suppose, be yourself, and start to have those conversations with people to make them feel comfortable of what is going on, and to really embrace culture, really embrace what is going on in the world, and to be able to have those conversations with people. So I'd love to take this opportunity, or to have this opportunity to be part of HR Rewired in joining your team and your personal mission to be more inclusive, anti-racist, and to grow with you on your journey. So I would love to take this opportunity to thank you for watching my video, and I hope to be in contact with you soon. Okay, take care and speak to you soon. Take care.